I'm going live. Hey, what's up, guys? What? Not you. Hey, the squad. All right, let me just post this on the Instagram. Hey, live. 1 second, guys. The YouTube live squad. All right. Sweet. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much for being here. About to talk about some crazy stuff. As always. Oh, shit. All right. Do you guys like the little background music? If you can hear it at all. Just a little something, you know, just making the live stream a little more homey, more, you know, just like a chill time. Okay? Because we're just gonna have a chill time, but we're gonna learn a lot. Okay, we're gonna learn a lot in a chill way. It's the best way to learn. So let me just see. My partner just texted me something real quick. Okay. All right, guys. What's up? Oh my God. So happy to be here right now. Let's see. I'm sorry if I didn't reply to your DM. Maybe you can just ask me the question on the live and hopefully I'll get to it. The late night show with Arie. Yes, that's a great. Oh man, I should change the title honestly to that. Damn, 5 a.m. where you're at? Oh my gosh, you're committed, man. How many products did I test until I found my winner? Good question. For Trent Cove, one. One, but you know, for my main store, it took, I don't know, like a couple products, I would say. How's Trent Cove after FB ad account got banned? Okay, great question. So actually, you know, the Trent Cove account got banned for like 6 hours or 5 hours, and it really messed up the momentum of my ads. So that sucked. So right now we're still trying to pick it up. Trent Cove right now is at 1.8K. So hopefully it'll reach 2K by the end of the night. We'll see. Maybe if you guys, you know, if you guys help me out here, buy some fishing rods. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Please don't do that. But yeah, so we're picking it back up. We're going to scale for tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow we'll see over 2,000 in sales and we'll be happy. But yeah, so that's what's going on with Trend Cove. It's nothing crazy. I mean, it did kind of suck, but it's not a big deal. Off of one product. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and I will post the live stream, so don't worry if it's really late where you're from and you don't want to miss it. Don't worry, because I will post the live stream afterwards. Did I buy any courses? So yes, I've bought multiple courses, guys. I bought multiple courses, but I mean, and not being completely honest with you guys, fully transparent, I've never had a course that I really felt was like life-changing or anything. Not once. So just keep that in mind when buying courses, you know. They're made for the general public. It's teaching more or less general strategies for the most part. I'm sure there are courses out there that show like case studies maybe and just like really detailed stuff. But for the most part, not the case. All right. Been up all night researching SEO. That's interesting, man. Do you do different strategies for high ticket items? Nope. Same strategy. Maybe I'll start with $10 budgets instead of $5 just to make the process a little quicker. Otherwise, I'll have to wait, you know, like a week before cutting anything. Do I believe there's a new reason for ads to stop working after a couple days with the purchase pixel? I mean, there's many reasons why that could happen. I mean, sometimes, you know, if you're at a really low budget, it'll find purchases right away. And then obviously, you know, it'll kind of place you in like a average cost per purchase at like maybe $9 or $10 or something like that, just for example. So then what happens is if you're at that cost per purchase, that's the average, then you'll need to, 2 days have to go by before you make another sale at $5 a day. So that's why sometimes $5 a day, I don't think they're the ideal budget. They're just great to start with. My partner, for example, he really likes $5 budgets because they do stay consistently at a low cost overall. But I don't know. We've been kind of debating back and forth whether or not like we should, keep doing 5 or just start with 10. So we're kind of trying to figure out like the sweet spot, I guess. Because, those are just things that we're really interested in, like having evidence for, like as to, whether or not $10 a day starts off at a better, it starts off better or not, I guess is the main thing. Let me see. Do I use AdWords? No, I don't. Okay. I do want to though. I'm gonna literally in this next month is gonna be like AdWords month because I really want to get into it. Just to have like that additional, I mean, not really income stream, but kind of. Who is my closest YouTube friend in the community? That's a tough question, man. I mean, I don't know, honestly. Okay, so let me see. Your DM question. I've got a little to no marketing budget to start with. Any advice on getting a few sales? After that, I can use all of the money for ads. Okay, good question. So if you don't have a budget for marketing, I would just stay away from Facebook ads or any paid ads, for that matter. Mainly because, of course, if you don't have an advertising budget, then you'll just blow through it in like a day, and then I would just save that up and maybe keep it for the month. Because, by the end of the month, you'll have to pay your Shopify fee, your plan. So you definitely want to have the money for that. So a good way, and also you need money to fulfill orders. So, you kind of you can't really be spending on ads if you don't have a marketing, like any budget for it. So what I recommend you do is just you make Instagram pages. So make multiple Instagram pages, make one for your store, and then make some like fan pages. Like, if your store is in the makeup niche or something, make a bunch of other Instagram page, make an Instagram page for your store, and then also for a bunch of other like makeup stuff, and post on all of them, and then DM people who follow you every day with all of them, and DM them promotions from your store. And obviously for the niche fan pages, you'll DM people saying, my store sponsors our page or whatever. Hopefully that's not too confusing. I do want to make a video about that strategy because it does work, and I have tested it before. Obviously, though, if you're already making money with paid ads, there's really it'd be kind of a waste of time to go back and do all that unless you set it up on like Follow Liker, which I recommend you do. But okay. You would beat me in drop shipping, but I want to play you in skate. Oh, all right. I'd play you in skate, man. I almost, man, the trick I want to learn this summer is a hard flip. I know it's like not the hardest trick ever, but it's really hard for me. I just don't get the motion. It like goes through your legs. It's like, look at, I have this little skateboard. So it kind of goes, imagine this is me. Hard flip goes like this. It does like a super, super weird motion. And it's a really sick trick, but I can't really do it that well. But I'm getting close. Should I let ads run until break-even point or cut earlier? So good question. I would say, you can, but usually you can probably stop it at like 75% of your break-even point if it's doing pretty terrible, Have you seen people on FB groups, they give us products that they say is going to make you 100K. Can we trust them? You got to test it, man. Like if somebody says, look, this product made me 100K, sure, test it. Why not? But I don't know. Nothing is guaranteed. So, even if you tried, for example, the fishing rod that I'm selling, doesn't mean it's going to be a winner for you. So that's why, I don't know. I think people stress product research a little too much. I would just try to find something that's either been hot or like you have a good video for or a good possible video for, and you should be able to sell it just fine, if you target enough audiences. So, that's kind of, I don't want to say it's like product research is easy, but I think people stress over it a little too much. For the fishing rod, for example, I pretty much just like, I saw that and I was like, okay, well, sure, let me test it. It makes sense. It's sold well in the past. It's got a bunch of orders already. There's awesome videos for it. Why not? So I tested it. But like I said, it doesn't mean that if you test it, you'll get the same results. It just doesn't work that way. Would it be easier to, oh, so many questions, guys. I love it though. Let me see. Hey, what is your product? Okay, hold on. Do you ever use PPE campaigns versus website conversion? So usually, well, actually pretty much every time I use website conversion campaigns. But lately what I've been doing is kind of running a PPE campaign on the side, like a really low budget, maybe like $5 a day with a couple ad sets. Usually my best ad sets from a website conversion campaign, and I let those run in a PPE campaign. And usually they make sales like at first. I mean, from what I've tested these past few weeks, they get sales right away, like really, really low cost sales, like literally like $2 cost per purchase. But then they don't get like any more sales after that. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out like a good way to implement that into my strategy, like effectively. So maybe what I'll have to do is like just, after they reach like I'll be more strict with the like return on ad spend essentially. Let me see. For me, $15 has been the sweet spot lately. Yeah, $15 definitely works really well once you find those winners, once you find those winning ad sets. So once you find those winning ad sets at lower budgets, I definitely encourage you to test those at $15 a day. $15 a day does work really well. Same with 10, 20, they work decent. Sometimes they don't work as well unless it's like a true winning ad set, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, $15 have been working pretty well for me too, but I never really start at $15 a day. I only duplicate into $15 a day. How to scale without lookalike audiences? Well, I mean, honestly, the only reason why lookalike audiences are so like powerful and whatnot is mainly because they're like free audiences that you can make really easily, So as you guys may or may not know, the main difference between $100 a day and $1,000 a day is a bunch more ad sets. So there will come a point in your scaling where you're like, okay, well, what more ad sets can I make? Like I can't even think of another possible ad set. So that's when lookalikes come in, because then lookalikes, you can pretty much make 1 to 10% for Canada, 1 to 10% for US, and for views, and then you could do 1 to 10% for Canada for add to cart, and then you could do 1 to 10% for the US for purchase. It's like literally like a 2,000 possible variations or more that you could do with lookalikes. So that's why they're so powerful. Not just because lookalike audiences, blah, blah, blah. Like people kind of, I don't know, put them on they're kind of glorified mainly because people don't really understand why they're so powerful, and people just say, yeah, the best way to scale lookalikes, which is true, but not because like they're just some magical like audience, like you don't need lookalikes to scale, but obviously they help. So why wouldn't you use them? Hey, Arie, I'm setting up a Facebook ad, but can't find bigger audiences. Should I stack interest until I reach at least 500K? Yeah, I would. That's actually probably a safe way to do it. Just, stack some really passionate small interests until you reach like I don't know, I would say like maybe 200 to 500K if you can. Obviously, the bigger, the better at that point, but whatever works. I've gotten really good results from an ad set that's like 200K at the beginning. Got 300 sales from Instagram influencers. Should I scale with lookalikes right away, or how do I effectively? Yeah, so I would create some retargeting audiences for those people, for those sales, for those viewed content, add to carts. And then after that, I would just pretty much, make lookalikes. Start with views though. Start with lookalikes for views. 300 is pretty solid for purchase lookalikes, but they might have not all have been tracked. I mean, I don't know. You can check yourself, but I would start with views and add to cart lookalikes, and then do it for all the countries that are getting you sales. And that way, that's a good starting point for sure. So I would just make a bunch of ad sets like that, all at $5 a day. You can start them at 5. So you'll probably make like, maybe 30 ad sets. I would recommend you start with a lot of ad sets, like 30 to 40 ad sets at $5 a day. Maybe not all lookalikes, but the majority lookalikes. And then also just create some worldwide ad sets, or maybe not worldwide, whatever you want to do, but with interest targeting. So maybe you'll target with whatever your product is, just an interest in that niche, and then narrow down by engaged shoppers. That's usually what I do. hold on, my bad. I was thinking, wait, what happened to the music that I had going? I just found a little radio type deal. I think it's kind of nice. You know, we're just chilling, guys. A late night live stream. We're dropping some value. We're having a good time. You know, we could be out there partying, but we're in here partying. All right. Okay. How much time did? Oh, okay. Sorry. So here's what happens to my chat sometimes, just so you understand like why I do that. Like I'll be reading a question, and sometimes it just suddenly like goes all the way to the bottom question. And it's like, come on, man. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. What's the best way to make your website load faster? Hiring a developer, because sometimes what happens is you'll have so many apps that you've downloaded in the past, and what happens is they leave like a code imprint in your theme, and that slows down your site over time. And also, if you have a lot of videos embedded, if you have a lot of pictures, a lot of different, I mean, if you have too many products, that definitely slows the site down. So those are just a couple things. And I mean, deleting apps that you don't use, that definitely does help. You could also download like an image compressor, so you can compress all your images and make them a little less heavy on your theme. By the way, let me know if the music is too loud or if it's too soft or what you want me to do, because like I said, you know, I'm just trying to have a good time in a little live stream here. Arie, my AdSense went to shit over the past few days and I changed nothing on my store. Have you made any new ad sets is the real question, because if you're not making any new ad sets, yeah, then you need to make new ad sets. What do you think about men's hype beast fashion as a niche? I mean, if you like that niche, go for it, man. Hey, Arie, what are your average costs for purchases on your winning products? Is it possible to make a product with a small margin work, like $10? Definitely, man. It's 100% possible to make that work, but it is going to be very difficult. I mean, I'm warning you right now, because one of our biggest winners was a very low margin product. But what happened was we had the app quantity breaks. So people almost always ordered more than one. So that definitely padded our numbers and padded the margins a little bit. And that helped a lot in terms of, you know, the covering for the small margin. So I would advise you to get an app like that. That would definitely help you out, because I mean, the average cost per purchase overall, I would say for like Facebook ads right now, for me across all my stores, it ranges from like $8 to like $13, $14. So that's why you definitely want to make sure you're picking higher margin products. It's just going to be much better overall, but that doesn't mean just completely never ever test low margin products. That's not true. You know, just make sure you have to be more strict with your ad sets when it comes to lower margins, though. That's for sure. Why $5? Sorry, I missed the question. Would it be easier to test products just with story ads? I mean, I wouldn't say it's easier, but it's definitely something you can do. But I don't think it's easier. Unless, I mean, a good thing about story ads is you could easily just order your product and record it with your phone and run a story ad, because this is literally the story ad ratio right here. By the way, do you guys like the case? I kind of like the color. It's like a Carolina blue. Kind of like that color. But why $5 a day for budget and not $3 a day? Well, just faster data. I don't know. That's just what I'm used to. $3 a day is just very, very slow. You know, you have to wait a long, long time. And if you're patient, go for it. But I don't know. So once you get to higher budgets, you know, you'll get less and less patient. That's for sure. Have I ever tried or considered doing print on demand? Yes. So guys, I actually do plan on doing like a small like print on demand series for this YouTube channel, because it's something I've never tried before. So I'd kind of walk you, and like I wouldn't really make a course on print on demand. So I would kind of just walk you exactly through what I'm doing, because it'd be fun. I just really want to test it out. I really want to see if I could implement the same strategies that I'm using for Facebook ads into like a really high quality design. I don't know. I think it could be a game changer if I actually do make it work. So I'll definitely try to make it work and record it also. Very excited about that, but that's like kind of a future project. Right now, guys, I'm very busy. Like, not gonna lie, I've been very busy. My partner is in town right now. He actually is in Minnesota, so we're gonna hang out tomorrow, and we're just gonna get a whole bunch of work done. And then I also have been looking for apartments, and I actually found an apartment, guys. So we are going to move out here by the end of the month, and it's an amazing apartment. I can't wait to show you guys. It's like literally we're debating between two different units. One of the units is on the 33rd floor, and the other one is on the 16th floor. And the main difference is the higher up one, the 33rd floor one, that one has a balcony in the bedroom, in the main bedroom, whereas the other one doesn't have a balcony, but it has the city view. So I don't know. I'm debating. Hey, Arie, the ad sales we set up yesterday got me another 5 sales today. Hit 1.5K, def running ads nonstop. And what would you say is the best way to narrow interest? And do you target competitors' audience? Geez, that's a fully loaded question, but congratulations, man. That's awesome. The best way to narrow interest, by engaged shoppers. I mean, I don't think you need to narrow it down further than that. You could do it through just like, split testing different ad placements, different optimizations, different ages, things like that, different countries, split them up. How would I target a general store product like a USB port dock? Well, who would use a port dock? Just try to think of that, and then just target as many ads as you can. I mean, like I said, I don't always just target things that are directly related to my product. I mean, one of our best audiences for the fishing rod, for example, was like a NASCAR audience. Like, they don't fish. Well, I mean, I guess they do. Obviously, that's why they bought the product, but it's not directly related to the product. So that's why I'm saying you really got to test a lot of different angles, even if you don't think that it'll work. It's kind of the same concept with, your winning products. Even if you don't absolutely love the product, if it makes sense to test it, test it. What percentage is profit on Trendco? Profit on Trendco is literally the same exact profits as my main story. It's roughly around 25 to 30%. So it's not huge profits right now, but it's mainly because we've been trying to scale really hard, but it hasn't been too successful due to the many things that we've had to overcome. But hopefully I mean, if I'm being completely honest, guys, I feel like if I don't show much of Trendco within the next month, we could easily get it to 100K a month easily. But we'll see how that goes, Have I been working on the course? No, I haven't actually. I'm sorry. I haven't been working on the course. I've been literally just working on our stores. We've been having a lot of meetings with our distributor. We're trying to look for a distributor in the US now. We actually did find one, but we're still kind of, getting into contact and figuring everything out. Are you in the Millionaire Mastermind with Gianni? I am in the Millionaire Mastermind with Gabriel. I don't know if Gianni's a part of it, but you're doing something related to beer pong. What interest should you use? Well, I don't even know if you'll be able to do that on Facebook, to be honest with you. How much money should someone have to start with? Not the minimum, but an amount of money that would be preferred. Okay, ideally $2,000. $2,000, you're good. That's a really solid amount of money to start with. When I started, did I already have a lot of money to put into ads? Yeah, so I did have no. When I started, I had $1,000, and I blew almost through all of it. And, it was kind of unfortunate, but it didn't matter too much because I had a job and I was 19. I didn't have any responsibilities really. So it didn't matter too much. Obviously I was bummed, but it is what it is. And then, I made a video about it today, but then I made this eBay store, made some more money. That was my second source of income. So I was starting to make a little bit of money there, $100 a week, nothing insane, but it was nice. And then I was also making $100 a week in my job. So I was making $200 a week. And I saved up another $2,000 over time. And then I came back, I bought a course for $500 and it sucked, but it was fine. And then I put some more money into ads, got my first sale, but then it wasn't very scalable. I didn't really know what I was doing. And, I just kept using more and more money. But I always had a little bit of money saved up because I've never been the type of person to just blow all my money into something, to put all my money into something. I mean, it goes back to the basic principle of, not putting all your eggs in one basket, which I guess I've understood for a long time. So I've always kept a little bit of money on the side, just fully liquid for me to use and put into different, assets, I guess. If you know how to do Facebook, why do you have a business partner? Good question, man. I like that question. So the main reason why I have a business partner is because this thing keeps turning off. The main reason why I have a business partner is obviously because, well, if it wasn't for my business partner, I don't think we'd be at where we're at today by any means. I think eventually I could have made it to this level, but maybe in like a year or two. So what I'm trying to say here is when you have a business partner, everything is like doubled. Like your progress is doubled, your progression is doubled, and well, that's what I just said. Your learning is doubled. Like your learning curve is cut in half because now you have someone else that you can discuss ideas with, and not only discuss ideas with, but split the workload. So and the cost, the ad cost. So that way you can more comfortably spend your money into ads, into apps, into whatever you want, because you have someone else that you're sharing the cost with. So that's one of the, and obviously Tyler was like one of my best friends, still is obviously. So why wouldn't I want to start a business with him, And it was, at the time I did have a job and I was going to school. So it was very hard for me to spend all the time that I wanted to spend on the store. So it just helps a ton, man. Like, I know it's really easy to feel like, oh, well, I don't want to share my hard work. Like, I don't want to share my money. Like, I want to make all the money myself and impress everyone else. And I've totally, like, dude, I'm not going to lie. Like, I've totally felt that way before in the past. In fact, I didn't want to partner up with Tyler for a long time on the main store thing because I felt like I had put so much work in and whatever, like just stupid, like reasons like that. But at the end of the day, it proved to be like the best decision like of my life. So if you do have the opportunity to work with someone else, as long as you know the person or know their like values and their integrity, whatever, like their motivation, how hungry they are, go for it, man. Don't even hesitate because it's really going to help you, take it to the next level. Can I make a video on creating custom audiences? I do have a video on creating custom audiences for retargeting though. So maybe I'll consider it for like other ones, but that's pretty much all you need. What should I do if I'm feeling stuck and not knowing which product to test? And what is the best way to find winning products? If you're stuck, man, just test something. Like make sure it makes sense. Just think summer. Like what will sell in the summer? It doesn't have to be bikinis, okay? Yeah, bikinis sell, but there's a lot of other summer products that are out there. So just think summertime. And that's going to be the best way to just find a winner. Trust me. Tested 30 plus products, each with 3 WC ad sets optimized for purchase and 1 PB, but haven't found a winner yet. I know some people are doing great with the products I tested. Am I not testing enough ad sets? Yeah, you're definitely not testing enough ad sets, man. 3 ad sets, that's nothing. Have a coaching call with me tomorrow. Will I be sending your Skype info? Yeah, just email me at the email that the coaching call is for. I keep forgetting to add that to the coaching calls that like it sends you an email automatically with my Skype name. So unfortunately I've been missing, like, it sucks sometimes, but yeah, you can just contact me and I'll definitely just send you the Skype name. You want 50K months? Yeah, man. You'll get there. You just have to be patient. You just have to be patient and put in work every day. Okay. Trust me. When you're using a lookalike, do you do interest targeting? How many do you target? Do you always do engaged shoppers? No, when I'm doing lookalikes, I don't do interest targeting. Like I'm saying, I don't put an interest in the lookalike ad set. I just do the lookalike. That's it. I've tested the other way too, and it does work sometimes. So, when you're running out of ideas for new ad sets to make, definitely try it out. But I don't start that way. If you get 2 sales, do I prefer video ads over picture ads? 100%, man. Yeah, video ads are, a lot of people test picture ads and they do work still. Obviously if you absolutely feel the need to test a product that just you can't find a video for and you for some reason can't make your own video, then yeah, just test the picture. Make sure it's a high quality picture, ideally of the product being used, because that's kind of the purpose of the video, to highlight the product and its features, being used, and obviously just in the hands of real people, and also so that you can retarget the video views. That's like the best thing about video ads. You can retarget the video views, and make lookalike audiences based on the video views. Golden Nug. Where do you? Oh, okay. Sorry, it keeps going all the way down to the bottom. It's so annoying. If I get 2 sales on 2 different $5 ad sets and it dies even with all 10 combined, would you move on or test further? Hold on, let me see. If you get 2 sales on 2 different $5 ad sets and it dies even with all 10 combined ad sets for 2 days. I'm sorry, man. Okay, if you get 2 sales on $5 ad sets, yeah, you could duplicate it at 10. You could duplicate it at the same budget. I mean, I would probably just duplicate it at 10. It'll work well, hopefully. And sorry, guys, it's kind of late. I'm not that tired. Like, I just drank a little bit of coffee, so I'm trying to stay up pretty late tonight. But I am feeling a little tired. I mean, I don't feel tired, but I know I look tired. How do I deal with long shipping times? By being transparent. So just pretty much mention it in your site that you do have long shipping times, and it's just the nature of your business. And, if they don't want it, you can always get a refund once you receive the product. People understand, especially people worldwide. That's another reason why I love targeting not only the US. People in the US are so spoiled, man. They're just so used to Amazon Prime, like 1-day shipping. So like 2 days go by and they're like, okay, where's my order? And it's so annoying, even if you say it everywhere on your in your product description or anything, they still will act like they just never saw it. So that is another reason why I love targeting the rest of the world, because the rest of the world, they're used to long shipping times. When they wait 12 to 20 days, they don't care. They're like, oh, thank you. Like, I appreciate you that, thanks for giving me a tracking number. Like, they're so thankful. That's what I love about that. How do you guys like the music? Doesn't it kind of set a little vibe, we're chilling on a Friday night. I did. My girlfriend was telling me to tell you guys about the apartment we found today. And man, is it awesome. It is an awesome apartment. Like, I can't wait to make a video about it because it's so beautiful. It's literally like the perfect apartment. It has like a gym in there, has like a pool, an outdoor pool, and like a hot tub inside and a hot tub outside, like sauna. And it's on the 33rd floor and it's like all windows. It's like perfect. It's exactly what I want. Okay, sorry guys, I'm falling behind on the questions, but man, 134 people in here. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best audience of all time, I swear. Okay, I'll just pick there's just so many questions right now, like I'm overwhelmed. I always hear these huge numbers, but how long would it take to get to 1,000 a week? I mean, a week. I would say it should take you 1,000 a week. If you know what you're doing, you could do 1,000 in like 4 days, I would say. But that's not ideal. But 1,000 a week is definitely achievable within the first week of you running ads. I mean, Trend Cove got to like 2,000 the first week, and then like 4,000 the next week, and then like 4,000 the next week, and then 4,000 the next week. So I got to like 12,000 in a month. But so far, Trend Cove, I think this month, Trend Cove will probably, if everything goes as planned, because I mean, you don't never know with the store being fully exposed. Nobody's doing that except for Rito, Flying Star Online. He's the only other guy I know that has shared his Shopify store. So definitely make sure you give him a follow. But so far this month, Trend Cove has already beat last month's sales. So that's a really good sign, obviously. I think we'll definitely hit at least 30 to 50,000 for this month on Trend Cove. So then ideally next month we'd hit 100K or 100K plus. But, like I said, not everything always goes as planned, so I can't make any guarantees. But so far, so good. We're going to test new products. We're going to include more products to the mix. Guys, speaking of that, I do want to mention something, a little concept that I've been thinking about a lot lately. And so what happens is sometimes you have your $1,000 products, your $10,000 products, and then your $100,000 products. And I know this is like kind of random to talk about, but it's just, like I said, it's a thought that I had the other day, and it's really true, man. So not every product is going to be super scalable. So not every product essentially is going to be a true winner, but that doesn't mean that it can't make you money still. Because here's the thing. Oh my God, this computer keeps turning off. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw this art I got from my boy Nate. What do you think? Isn't it pretty sweet? It's the same guy that made that piece right there. I can't wait to have this apartment, guys. Like, it's going to be the sweetest apartment. Oh yeah, and I also have, this is honestly, if I could have, like, oh my God, this product was so cool. I never actually tested it, but look, you see these shurikens? Like, they stick to, like, look at it. It looks like there's something in there, you know? It looks like it's stuck in there. Isn't that sweet? Okay. Here, let me just try to see some other questions here. Why don't you start doing real estate? That would be the best move to make once you have that money feel. Yeah, good question, man. So actually, that is one of my goals this year, is to invest in some properties. The main reason is because I've always wanted to get into real estate. And in fact, it's funny you mentioned that, because today I actually had a meeting with one of my good friends that's in the real estate game. So I had a meeting with him in the morning, and we talked a lot. We had a lot to catch up on. So it was really fun. It was really awesome. So we'll definitely, and we're going to set up another meeting here really soon. We're going to talk further about, taxes, about real estate, and all these things that I want to get into. So hopefully by the end of the year, I'll invest on my first property. But, I'm not right now, obviously. Right now I have a lot of cost, essentially. Just, I'm going to have to move. I'm going to have to buy furniture. I just bought a car. All these costs, we just got back from Miami. I'll still have to travel some more this summer, obviously. I'm going to go to LA for sure. Maybe I'll go back to Miami again, because I honestly loved Miami. It was so fun. But yeah, man, 133 of you guys out there watching this live right now. This is so nice. Who needs to go out on a Friday night when you got the live stream? Am I right? All right. Hey, Arie, have you had a product that's got a good amount of sales in the first few days, but then it just dies? Is it a winning product? Is there a way to revive it? Great question. Oh, yeah. I'm so dumb, guys. I literally got so sidetracked. But what I was talking about is exactly what you just asked about. So sometimes a product won't be a six-figure product. So what that means is, but that doesn't mean that it won't make you money. So you just have to know how to approach that situation. So for example, let's just say a product, and sorry, a little sidetracked again, but this is one of the reasons why you want to duplicate and not scale horizontally, which means increasing the budget on the initial ad set. Because when you do that, what if you increase the budget to $10 a day and then it starts doing shitty? What do? You can't just make it go back to $5. You're just going to ruin the ad set, like it's just going to be all jumbled up. So this is why I love duplicating, because then if the new ad set does bad, you just cut it and you go back to what you were at before. So scaling vertically just means stacking up ad sets, vertical, horizontal, so horizontal, you increase the budget, you add budget. Vertical, you make more of the same ad set ideally, or, you make more of a similar ad set. But yeah, video on Google Shopping, good idea. I need to get good at Google Shopping before I can make a video on it, though, because I don't want to mislead anybody. Unless you would be interested in me recording a video of me learning Google Shopping, I guess. I don't know. Because in the course, I'm not I don't know enough about Google Shopping to make a course out of it or anything. So I'm not going to include that in the course or anything. It's just going to be Facebook ads, really. And a little bit of Instagram, a little bit of ClickFunnels, and also messenger marketing and email marketing. Because those are email marketing is not my strong point, but I do, I can make some decent email marketing campaigns, But Facebook ads is definitely my strong point. Our strong point, me and Tyler. Guys, by the way, Ty hates this personal brand stuff, but I would love it if you guys would go give him a follow, not only on Instagram, but on YouTube. Even he's probably never gonna make a YouTube channel. He's probably never gonna post a picture on Instagram, but he is willing to accept coaching calls now. So I convinced him to at least do that. So if you do want to, if you can't get onto my schedule, if you want to talk to Ty for once, he has a coaching call schedule now. So you can definitely reach out to him. Ty is a friggin' wizard at the ads. He's crazy at finding products. He's got the Midas touch, I guess you could say. And maybe it's good that he's low key, because I don't even know what happened in the dropshipping game if he started making videos too. Any reason to increase original FB ad set to 15 instead of duplicating it and changing budget to 15? So that's exactly what I pretty much talked about, I guess. But so the reason why I don't do that is because you can't go back to where it all went wrong. Okay, so if it does go wrong, so say you have the best ad set of all time and you increase the budget to 15 on the same ad set, what happens if it just doesn't perform how you wanted it to? Then you can't just make it go back. Like if you make it turn the budget back to whatever it was before, that's already 2 days of money being spent that your ad set is just kind of like, what do I do? So that's why I don't do that. So I duplicate it. So then the other ad set is chilling at the same rate that it was before, but then now I have this other one to like complement it. And another thing that we've been doing is actually duplicating. We have different campaigns for each budget. Okay, that's the same reason why, because it's just a cleaner way to look at what the ad sets are kind of doing at different budgets. It just looks much cleaner. It's easier to look at the data and quicker, more efficient, essentially. So we have, for example, a campaign for all the $10 ad sets. We have a campaign for all the $15 ad sets, of course, for the same product. And then we have a campaign for all the 5, and then for the 20, 25, 50, 100, so on and so forth. Make us an FB where we can discuss products that suck, dead assets, dead products, etc. Tyler 2020, greater than Kanye 2020. Oh, definitely. Have you had a duplication on a winning ad set that doesn't work out, or you kill it and duplicate it again, hoping on the duplicates will also win? Yes, exactly. I have had many times where I duplicate it and it does not perform the way I wanted it to. So that is exactly why I duplicate, because I can just cut it, and then my initial ad set is just going to chill at whatever $5, whatever budget is at. I'll just leave it at that, But here's the thing. What you can do is split test different metrics within that winning ad set. So duplicate it at 15 with add to cart optimization. Duplicate it at 15 with 1 day or 1 click conversion window or whatever. Split test different metrics, split test different placements. You got to split test all those things once you find a winning ad set, because that's a good way to make more ad sets, and more ad sets equals more money. Replay, please, bro. Yeah, definitely, man. The replay is going to be dropped on the channel, so don't even worry about it. Yeah. All right. How many ad sets should I start if testing at $3 a day? As many as you can, man. As many as you can. If you can do, 100 ad sets, do it. I'm not even lying. Like, we just tested a new product for Trend Cove, and we started it with 38 different ad sets, all at $5 a day. I should sell a Facebook course. I know, and I am. So just wait on it. It's not going to be a traditional course though, guys. So just don't, it's going to be segment. It's going to be like a step-by-step walkthrough, like obviously I'll go super in detail. I'll show you guys a glimpse of it once I got some of the structure down. And in fact, I would really appreciate it if you guys would recommend some topics that you'd like me to discuss, like maybe something that you really think would be crucial. Even though, I already have a pretty solid structure for it. I would love to add more and more stuff. When testing 100 ad sets, what are you testing? Just different interest, or are you changing the sales, ad copy, or creatives? So I just changed the interest. I typically use the same ad copy for the same video, and just pretty much go for like a viral video type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's also why I do this through a fan page and not my main store's Facebook page, because I want this to look like a viral post. I don't want it to look like a commercial, you know? Just joined the live stream. Minnesota repping. Hey, yup, Minnesota squad in the house. I like it. Minnesota is so beautiful at this time of the year. Today, it was actually kind of a gloomy day, but we found the apartment. We like our dream apartment. So I'm super hyped on that, guys. Like the apartment I'm so excited about. I think it's going to take my personal growth to the next level. Like literally, this apartment is going to be the reason why I hit 1 million this year. Should I? Okay. Do I have a video on how I created the tracking tab in Trend Cove? I don't, but maybe I should make that, huh? Crazy how dropshipping has got you so far. Thanks, man. Yeah, it is pretty crazy, but it's also not if you think about it, because I've been putting consistent efforts for a very long time. So that's literally that's the best way to guarantee success, is to work at something for a very long time. And not quit. You know, that's literally guaranteed results. That's like 100% success rate if you just don't quit. Something to consider, I guess. Metrics I use to cut ad sets. The only metrics I really use are cost per purchase, return on ad spend, which are both pretty like correlated. And I guess like add to carts and initiated checkouts, that is something, you know, I don't consider those absolutely crucial. But for example, if an ad set has spent like 60% or 70% of my break-even point and it hasn't gotten even an add to cart, I usually cut that. I usually cut that ad set. But for example, if it has gotten me a purchase at a higher break-even point or at a higher cost per purchase than my break-even point, I won't cut it if it has a good ROAS, because that means that people ordered a multiple of the product, which is a good thing. So I only need like one more sale to make that ad set very profitable. So I'll usually keep those on for a lot longer. But most of the time, I only really cut ad sets that are above my, I mean, even if it's just a little bit above my break-even point, I will cut it as long as I have other better ad sets to work with, though. Because obviously, if you don't have any ad sets, then, you know, anything you cut is just going to make you less and less money. Because guys, this is what you have to get through your head. Okay. Like I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but literally the key is to just make more ad sets. You just got to make more ad sets every day. Every time you cut an ad set, make 2 more. I mean, obviously if you're getting some results, but if you see some results, even like a few sales, just make more ad sets. Trust me. It's okay to lose money at first. Like, don't be so afraid of losing money. Like it's not a loss. Okay. You're learning, and learning takes money. I mean, it sucks, but that's the only way to practice, is to spend money. And practice makes perfect, and perfect makes paper. All right? So you got to do it. When scaling, do you duplicate the ad set after I got 3 purchases, or do you duplicate it before? Yeah, so I mean, it depends. I'll do 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. I mean, I don't have like a set strict rule on that, really. It's just every time it has more than 1 purchase, though, for sure, then I'll probably duplicate it. But you know, what I've been doing lately, though, is what was I gonna say? I just completely forgot. Oh yeah, I already mentioned this, but I've been duplicating entire budgets into new campaigns. And then I guess if you really want to get crazy, which we've also been doing, is we've tested duplicating campaigns into new ad accounts, which is pretty cool. It does work. It does work pretty well, because then you really find that best ad account suited for your like whatever you're testing. But it gets pretty complex, so I wouldn't recommend it if you're a beginner. The event that I went to was Gabriel Beltran's like millionaire mastermind event. It was not the ecommerce event, just to get that clear. Do you ever adjust the budget on an ad set like 15%, 20%? Nope. I only duplicate. I never adjust the budgets on an ad set. Now, that being said, guys, if somebody out there that you watch that is giving you awesome information does that, that doesn't mean they're lying. That doesn't mean they're fake. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means that whatever he's doing is working for him. Whatever I'm doing is working for me. And that's that. Those are two separate things. Okay. There's many ways, many different things that work on Facebook ads, hundreds of different variations, strategies, etc. that work on Facebook ads. You just have to find the one that is working the best for you and whatever you feel like is most logical. I mean, that's kind of what I base all of my our Facebook ads strategy off of, is just logic, like think about things, why, for example, people really love to do optimize for viewed content at the beginning, because they say that, your pixel doesn't have enough data. Your pixel optimizes at 50 conversion events per week, which is all true. But if you're optimizing for viewed content, you're just getting more viewed content. And that's not always good. I mean, that's fine. But if you're just testing a product, then what is viewed content if you don't even know if it sells? Why would you want to optimize for that? That's my logical reasoning behind that. That's why I always optimize for purchases, even at the beginning of an ad set. But, if somebody else does it and it works, then it works. You know what I'm saying? Arie, I had a product that was doing amazing and then it just died in 3 days. What can I do to revive it? Make more ad sets, man. That's what happens. That's why you guys are killing your products, because you're not making more ad sets. You're staying with the same ad sets forever and ever. And then, it's just going to die off. Like, you have to constantly make new ad sets. Facebook, Instagram, and Insta story placement all under one ad set. Just Facebook and Instagram, not Instagram story. Instagram story has to be a separate thing because of the ratio, because of the resolution or whatever. Do I use video ads more than pictures? Yeah, I only use video ads. Should we use scarcity on Facebook ads? If yes, how? No, I never use that on the Facebook ad. Sometimes I will on a video, like I'll include it in the video. I'll say maybe, only 200 customers or whatever, but not always. How long does it take for me to make an ad set? I like to get faster at generating them. Not long at all. I mean, after this live stream, I gotta make I probably want to make 50 ad sets tonight at $10 a day. I'm trying to scale big for tomorrow. So that's what I'll do after this call. Just make a ton of ad sets. And it should only take me an hour at most. Forgot to ask, are you self-taught? Did you enroll in any courses for Facebook ads knowledge? No, I mean, yes and no. I am self-taught, but like I said, I've had a partner forever. So we've always discussed different things. And I mean, that's why I don't want to say I'm self-taught, because I've learned a lot from him. He's learned a lot from me. And I've also watched a ton of YouTube videos. I mean, guys, I'm just like you. I mean, there's no difference between me and you, besides that maybe I've just been doing this for much longer. I used to be the same way. I used to watch YouTube videos every day and look for that golden nugget in every video. And I did learn a lot. I'm not going to lie, but it didn't really translate into actual results, because I was just getting stuck essentially. And yes, Richard did help me scale a lot. Actually, he was a lot of help. I mentored us for a month, and it was great. It worked really, really well. I learned a ton, and now we're using that knowledge and combining it with other knowledge that we have gained over in the past, and also new knowledge from new mentors. Now Gabriel, we're part of his mastermind thing, and it's awesome. So we're just constantly looking to level up. Now we're seeking mentors that are way above us. And that's kind of the nature of that's how you succeed, really, by surrounding yourself with people. It's the law of 33%. I mean, Ty Lopez said it best. Say what you want about Ty Lopez, but he's very successful and he's a hard worker for sure. I mean, what you see on camera is not like the real Ty. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've ever seen any interviews, or not interviews, but like him in like an outside, like behind the scenes type of deal, completely different guy, in my opinion. Can $5 a day purchase assets ever optimize? What's your take on optimization? So yeah, no, I mean, they don't optimize ideally, but they still make really consistent sales if it's a winning ad set. So that's why I always do $5 a day to start, because it's very consistent. It gets you very low cost at the beginning, and then I can duplicate those into higher budgets easily. And then eventually, to get 50 sales, you usually have to do 25 plus a day on an ad set. So, I guess but I don't see why you would start at that much, because you don't even know if the audience works. I guess it would be quicker to do it that way, but you're just going to spend a ton of money. And if you don't know what you're doing, then it's kind of counterintuitive. What is my favorite placement? Facebook newsfeed or Instagram feed? Instagram feed. Is part of the reason you have so many ads is because you duplicate each ad set 2 to 3 times? Yeah, that is part of the reason, but not every ad set. Lately, we've been duplicating at only the $5 a day, really, we do multiple times. The $10 and above, lately, we've only been just duplicating once. Should I only use purchase campaign on starting off FB ads or mixture of add to cart viewed content? Look, man, I would recommend you only do purchase at the beginning, but you're welcome to go ahead and try whatever you want. Maybe try a little bit of everything and see which ones perform the best. But, I would say I'm like 90% sure that the purchase are always going to work the best. How many ad sets do I usually have by day 3? Like 80. You think I should put that bracelet we talked about on Instagram ads or just strictly Facebook? Both Instagram ads and Facebook. I don't think we should. We'll talk about it later, but I don't think we should do just exclusively one or the other. I think we should do both. What are my highest budget ad sets right now? I think we have some at $2K a day. Let me see. Man, I'm getting really tired, even though I literally 2 hours ago drank some coffee. Maybe I'm crashing now. Is Google AdWords any good? Yeah, I think Google AdWords is good. I've just never had real success with it, so I can't really say from a first-hand experience, but I've heard many good things about it. What to do if a lookalike isn't performing well? You cut it and you make a new ad set. Do you reach campaign for a custom audience and lookalikes? No, I don't. I do website conversion. When you mention 50 new ads, is that 25 unique interests and dubs or 50 unique ad sets? Usually 25 unique interests and dubs when it's $5 a day. What can you say about FB intelligent ads? Heard this term, but I don't know how it works in practical terms. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Maybe you're talking about dynamic ads. I think it's the same thing. Hey, I had a quick question. When you say make more ad sets and keep making more ad sets, do you say have the same exact ad set or change the audience and interest? So I say change little things. Like you don't have to change the whole audience. You can just change the conversion window. You could change the optimization. You could change the age, the gender, the country. There's so many different things that you could test and change within an audience. And that's why you want to find those audiences, because then you can make 50 ad sets based on those, All right, guys, I'm sorry. I am going to wrap it up. It's like literally exactly an hour since I started, and I wanted to do this for an hour. This was so much fun. I'm literally going to I'm going to do this at least once or twice a week from now on. Now, what I do have to figure out is which times work best for everybody, because I want to get as many people in here, just packed in here, just like having a good time, learning a ton, getting motivated, and just learning a bunch and just having fun, because that's the main, that's the best way to learn, is by not only doing, but by making it enjoyable. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I always do. You guys are the best audience of all time. So round of applause for you guys. Okay. So tomorrow I'll post a new video. Make sure you tune in for that. Make sure you watch the last video if you haven't. I talk about my first successful business. It's really fun. It was a really fun little thing that I did, and it actually made some decent money. So maybe it's worth checking it out. But yeah, guys, have a good night. Make sure you do something after this call that will benefit your store in some way, whether it be making an ad set, whether it be posting on an Instagram page or on a Facebook page, whatever it may be. Just make sure you do it. All right. And, keep making progress every single day, and you'll make it to whatever goal you want to achieve. Simply, as simple as that. So guys, have a good night. Thanks for joining.